ERT, you can bite my ass and take your green crayons
Leave
and rub
Earth
them
alone.
all over a Crisco can.
Earth, even the Earth are playing. All right.
Earth's my buddy.
What's going on, guys? I hope everybody's doing good this weekend. Okay, let me make sure. Okay. Let me get everything squared away as per usual. Okay. Give me 1 second. There we go. Now we're set. Okay. Hey, 13th hour, Victoria, Kathy, Madison, BJ. Hey, Jerky Girl. Hey, B. Hey, Jolene. Hey, Twin. Okay. Oh, Lord. All right. Smiley. Smiley, Smiley, Smiley. I got a question for you, Smiley. Why the change in your tone? Wasn't it just last week that you said that Katie Proudfoot had a warrant out for her? And that when you called, that the lady told you it was criminal? Yeah, that's what she said. Hey, Crystal. How you doing, sis? It's okay, baby. I hope you're doing good. Just remember, Crystal, I am very proud of you for yesterday. You did amazing. You did very, very well. Hey, Miss Aries. Hey, Daniel. What am I going to do about you, Smiley? You can't seem to make up your mind, can you? I say we just jump right into it. Now, like I said, Smiley can't make up her mind. This one is just a couple days old. The others, I ain't going to get into it. I don't care about Gypsy Rose. I really don't. Her story, not interested. I mean, look at this. This one looks like she's praying. What? I can't with this woman. I really can't. Wow, Heidi's dog. Madison. Yeah, she still has that Amazon wallpaper. It is from Amazon. It is. You reverse Google search it. It is from Amazon. So, yeah. I mean, that little smiley face, neon sign right there, that's kind of creepy. Anyway, let's get into it.
But it wasn't showing up. And I told Millie wherever she's at, it's hard for me, especially when I don't use it. And I was using it at first when I first started doing live streams. And then somebody's like, Restream's easier, or StreamYard's easier.
Hey, Pinto.
So I'm doing that. And I thought tonight, I'm going to get on Restream and do it. And so I had it all up and everything. And it even said go live, yada, yada, yada. And then I had all these little pretty backgrounds in there and all this stuff I was doing. I'm so proud of myself.
Smiley, if you just spent a little more time and effort in, learning how to use Restream, you would have gotten it eventually. I mean, hell, you know how long it took me to learn StreamYard by myself without anybody's help? Just a couple short days. That's all it took. I mean, if I spent a couple days on Restream, I bet you that I can get the grip on it and nothing flat.
But it wasn't showing up.
Hey,
I'm
supervised.
Wherever she's at now, I told her, I said, well, I'm just going to hit live and go. Hey, there you are. Hey, Millie. But I'm on StreamYard because when I hit live, it said live. Y'all probably heard me swearing and everything else somewhere out there in La La Land. But I realized I needed.
Well, Smiley, it's not the first time we've heard you swear. I mean, what else is new?
Cut it off because it kept saying
hey,
I needed to. I wasn't hooked to YouTube or something on my YouTube channel. I don't know what I'm doing, y'all.
Well, I would think if you connected to your YouTube channel, you might have gotten it. Just saying. I mean, it's not that hard. Again, a little practice, you might get it.
But it looked like they updated some stuff since I was on it last. It's pretty cool, so I got to figure out how to do it.
Hey, Josh.
But listen,
hey,
we're going to talk about some things tonight. Just a few things. Nothing that important. But
Nothing that important. And you still think Bullhorn Betty didn't do shit. I mean, let's just face it. We'll play a couple clips that I took from last week. And well, let me see. It was from last week and from the 4th of this month, Smiling. And we're going to play them. Don't worry, I got you, boo. I got you.
I did get something important sent to my messenger as I was sitting here fixing to punch live, and I'm going to share it with you. I don't know if I'm supposed to or not, but it is public.
Hold on a second before she finishes that. Look, you don't say that you've received something in your messages, then go to say that I don't know if I'm supposed to share it or not, and then go on to say, well, it is public. If it's public, you can share it, okay? If it's public, you can share it. Just because someone sends you something, well, that doesn't mean anything. If it's confidential, then yeah, don't share it unless they told you to. I mean, come on, Smiley, work with me. I know you have a brain somewhere up there. Just come on, work with me, girl. Come on.
Sent to my messenger as I was sitting here fixing to punch live, and I'm going to share it with you. I don't know if I'm supposed to or not, but it is public record.
She doesn't know if she's supposed to show it, but it is public record. She don't make sense, okay? If it's public record, fucking show it. I mean, come on.
I did ask about it the other day, but I don't know. All we can do is send prayers, though. So a lot of people know. If I get any trolls in here or any smart ass mouth, it's just mouse, Millie, Sarah, just block them. I ain't putting up with the shit.
Well, we put up with your shit. Don't we, Smiley? We put up with your shit on a daily. I mean, let's just be honest. We put up with your shit on the 1st when you were spewing that bullshit that Katie Proudfoot had a warrant out when you knew it wasn't a warrant. Why do you even look at stuff like that when you have no idea what it means? You don't understand. I mean, if I'm going to look at something, I'm going to understand what it means, you know? I mean, that's just me.
But as I was sitting here, I ain't been on here 3 minutes, so it hadn't even been 4 minutes since I got it. The word is, and I didn't go look it up.
Hey,
But
troll.
the word is, this is the word, so don't come kill me if it's not right. The word was just sent to me that Kraken cases pled no contest to felony 6 child abuse. Both received 2 years supervised probation and fines. That's what I'm hearing. Don't know again how true it is, but I just said thank you. And we'll see. We'll see. So
Hey, Wendy, honey.
I just don't know. I don't know how you plead to 6 felony child abuse and get 2 years of supervised probation and fines, but
Why don't you look it up,
I wish
Smiley?
them
I mean,
well.
it's not
I
that
hope they
hard to
stay well,
research that
and
kind of stuff. I mean, come
all I
on.
can say is I hope the kid stay with his mom. Those are the victims, right?
Now, she's talking about Cam and Owly. I don't know their story. I've only heard little bits and pieces of it. I don't follow them. I don't watch them. I don't know anything about them. Okay? So I'm not going to comment on it. Some of you might know about them. I don't. So y'all can hash out in the chat. I don't.
That's all I can say. And then maybe someday they will overcome their addictions. But I was just handed that. So,
Well, you know, I will say, I do know that they have addiction problems, and I do hope they do overcome that. Okay. And it's very hard, but with the help, the therapy, I do hope they do overcome it and they stop and they get their lives back on track. If not for them, for their kids. They need to do it for their kids.
that's all I got to say.
Hey, Russ.
Ooh, it's so hot, y'all. It's so hot. Are y'all?
Why don't you turn that neon sign off? That might be it. Because those things actually do heat up a room. It's true. I do have one. I just don't use it. It's just a suggestion. Or take off that long sleeve shirt that you have on. That might be doing it too. I mean, come on, Smiley. Long sleeve shirts, a neon sign equals probably being hot, warm, whatever. Just saying.
Lagging? Am I lagging? Is somebody lagging? Yeah.
Please don't laugh. Please don't laugh.
Hey, Bonnie's Journey. Hello, honey. 105, 105, 105.
Oh my God. When she says honey, that reminds me of somebody. Hey, Annabella, honey. I see you, girl. Don't think I don't see you. No more. You're on my shit list.
Oh, you are. Okay. So I wasn't sure if I was or not because I was playing with this
Hey,
computer,
A1.
trying to do all the good things. I really wish I could have got my background and everything. They had some neat stuff in there. I don't remember them having that when I first started, but whatever. What else are y'all doing today? Have y'all been good? I'm perfect as always. I'm never perfect, honey. You got the wrong one, baby. I ain't never perfect.
I'll say you are not perfect. By a long shot, you are not perfect. Okay? Hey, Chopper. You are. Yeah. Oh, dear. I'm going to skip ahead because she's annoying me right now. And you know what? I've actually been a good girl today. You know where I've been, Smiley? In a community that you are not fully aware of, in a place that you don't want to be. Yep. I call it my natural habitat. Yep. All right, here we go.
But yeah, I was just updating them. But yeah, Sebastian's case is pretty wild. It's getting pretty wild, isn't it? Speaking of Sebastian, for those that don't know, Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers is 15 years old, male, 5'5".
Hey, toe tag. She's going to go through the stats. Now, yes, is Sebastian's case getting wild? Absolutely, it is. It is getting very wild. And Smiley, you're part of that. You want to go there, 13th hour? You want to go there, girl? All right. You know what? Next Sunday, I'll take you there, okay? It only happens on Sundays.
120 pounds. And he's been missing from Sumner County, Tennessee
since
February 26th. Well, early hours or February 25th, but they have it on the Amber Alert since February 26th, 2024. And his mom reported him missing on the 26th.
The link that I dropped in the chat, that's where you can find the more actual information on Sebastian, more updated information.
When she got up and couldn't find him, allegedly, to get him ready for school. That's been the story.
Why do you have to use allegedly in that sentence? You don't need to use allegedly. The point is, she couldn't find him in the house. End of discussion. You don't have to use allegedly.
It's been almost 6 months. It'll be 6 months on the 26th. He wears glasses. He has autism. And if he's still out there somewhere, he may or may not wear his glasses. He could have contacts. You never know. He was said to leave the house barefooted.
Why would you say he might be wearing contacts, Smiley? I mean, you did say before that, in your opinion, in your feeling, that he's no longer here. Which I get real sick and tired of hearing people say that. So why would you say he may be wearing contacts? Make it make sense. Either you believe he's here or you don't. It's always the thing with you tragedy pimps. You say one thing, but then you say another. Ugh.
And there's been no sign of him. Well, there's been a real good possibility of a sighting of him, but that was ruled out months later. But really, there's been no video, footage, nothing of him from day one. Pretty sad. Pretty sad. The last proof of life they had was on the 25th from Texas Roadhouse. They got a real good picture of him and his mom leaving there after eating dinner.
Thank you, Smiley. I really appreciate you telling us things that we already know. Please continue. We'd love to hear it.
And then they have a grainy video of him taking out the trash and going back in the house. All that's been verified. But if anybody has any tips or leads or think they know anything, nothing is too silly, please call the 1-800-TBI-FIND or 615-451-3838, which is the Sumner County Sheriff's Office. Hey, Matthew. Hey, Matthew. I hope you're doing okay, honey. I hope everybody's doing good.
That dumb fool.
Yeah.
Fucking idiot.
Again. There's really nothing that makes sense in this. And just when you think it makes sense, it flies out the window, right?
Well, no, it doesn't just fly out the window, Smiley. I mean, you've already made shit up about his mom. So, what more is there? Yeah, we'll listen to that. We'll backtrack, okay? We'll backtrack to what you said before. Hey, Timu.
Just when you think you might make it make sense.
Lady, you can't make anything make sense. You can't.
Also, we'll go ahead and get the elephant out of the room.
Nah, that's too easy. That's way too easy. I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm gonna be nice.
Today's the day, August 8th. Katie Proudfoot, Kathy Bowersocks. Oh, thank you, Miss Ann. And Terry Bowersocks went to court on Bullhorn Betty.
They
Betty,
did.
Of course, did not show up.
No, she did not.
Because I know some of y'all feel one way and others.
Smiley, please tell us why Bullhorn did not show up for court. Please tell us.
On Bullhorn Betty. Betty, of course, did not show up. Because I know some of y'all feel one way and others feel another way. But Betty had every right to exercise her God-given right to not show up until she's properly served.
Because she wasn't properly served. Look, either she would be served or not. She was never going to show up anyway. Everybody knows that, Smiley. Come on. Get with the program here. And now it seems like Bullhorn is grifting for money for a lawyer. I thought she already knew the law. What does she need a lawyer for? Can someone explain to me why Bullhorn needs a lawyer? I mean, she's already representing herself as it is for one lawsuit, which I could care less about. I mean, hell, I'm sick of hearing about it. But why does she need a lawyer for this one? It's a simple show up, show out, and go home. Take your medicine and go. That's all it is. Oh, it's because she doesn't think she has done anything wrong. Oh, okay. She ain't even supposed to be hashtagging Sebastian, Katie, or Chris in any of her videos or in her description. But hell, she's been hashtagging Sebastian's name like 7 fucking times, and we went over that a couple days ago. Me and Charles did. Oh, but she's still on her platform, still talking shit, still saying she didn't do anything wrong. That they're, she's right. What? Blah blah blah. It's just horseshit. Hey, 6up, how you doing, baby? I hope you're good. Oh my god, why is she wearing orange lipstick? Just because it matches her shirt. I have no clue. Looks like crap. That no, I'm just joking. No, it's okay.
But it's not me. She has that right. She has that constitutional right.
Betty doesn't know the Constitution, Smiley. I hate to break it to you. She really doesn't. She might know some, but when it comes to things about her and the things that she has done that she will never take responsibility for, and she thinks she has that constitutional right, no. she doesn't know about it. She doesn't know anything about the Constitution. The Constitution for Betty is that she wrote her own Constitution. She doesn't actually follow the real Constitution that was written for America, if that makes sense to anybody.
And for you that don't know, it was extended out.
No shit. We already knew that.
Because it started out with Katie Proudfoot, and then a few days later, Kathy and Terry go and file, and then they put all of them together on the same docket where it's the same day, which normally don't happen, but it did in this case. And so they'll all be going up against her together.
Oh, thank you for telling us that, Smiley, as if we didn't already know that. But again, continue on. But Smiley, I thought Katie had a warrant out for her. And the lady on the phone told you. You know what? Forget it. Let's listen to it, shall we? Let me pull it up real quick. Let me pull it up. Seems Smiley here forgot a couple of things. Because, you know, if I were, you know, on my platform spreading misinformation about somebody who had a warrant out for them, well, I would actually be popping that live button and actually keeping that same energy and asking why Katie wasn't arrested when she went straight to the courthouse. Seeing as, you know, that little warrant of hers was criminal. Just asking. Here you go. This is from the first.
I come across something by accident, and I scanned over YouTube. Y'all may or may not already know this, and it's okay if you don't. I actually made a phone call on it.
Hey,
I did not
Marie.
report it because I don't want to do anything to jeopardize
It's good to see you, love. Hey, Debbie.
case. You live and you learn.
Hey,
I'm not
Kathy.
trying to do all that. Y'all are just gonna have to trust me on this one. But I have something I want to share.
Smiley, the day I trust you is going to be the day that all of this, my channel is, will be going to the moon. Okay? Be going to the moon.
Tell you, I scanned YouTube because I had been gone, and I didn't see anybody talking about it. I briefly went in a couple of the Facebooks. I didn't see anybody talking about it.
Hey, Truth Finder.
So they may or may not know. I don't know.
Now, let me ask you guys, why do you think nobody was talking about that in Facebook, what she's about to present, saying that there was an active warrant, and I use active in air quotes, an active warrant out for Katie? Why do you think nobody was in Facebook groups talking about it? Real simple. Just because there wasn't one.
I don't know. I hadn't had my head all up in this today. I've been doing other things.
Obviously.
I just thought somebody'd be talking about it if they knew. So Smiley's just going to tell you. Either Chris and them know, or they're just keeping their mouth shut, or I don't know what's going on.
Emerald, she was out in the sun all day.
Actually on the phone with my friend. And when we talk sometimes, I just go down my stuff and about my business, because sometimes we could be on the phone for a long time. And when I'm trying to catch up, that's just what's happening.
She's got friends, guys. She's got friends.
And so I was going through my stuff.
Hey, Truth Seeker.
And now watch me not be able to find it.
We can talk about her business.
It's on my desktop. I do, Sarah, need a
I can't believe people are buying her $100.
anyway, we're gonna go into my
Oh gosh, no way.
That's why I make pictures. This is why I send shit to myself all the time. It's on my desktop, but now it's not there. It's there. It's just I don't know where it's at. It don't matter.
Oh yeah, if you guys haven't yet, Troll, if you're still in chat, will you drop the 2 videos that you put out today in chat for me so people can go give it a like and a view and watch it? If you wouldn't mind, hon, please. Thank you.
This is why I send stuff to myself. Y'all quit cussing me right now. Oh Lord Jesus. Anyway, it was on my desktop. Someone's like, "Oh, I hadn't looked at this in a long time."
Hang on, I'll go
because I have
back.
family. Lord Jesus, I don't know where it's at.
Hold
It don't
on.
matter. This is why I send stuff to myself. Y'all quit cussing me right now. Oh Lord Jesus. Anyway, it was on my desktop. Someone's like, "Oh, I hadn't looked at this in a long time." And because I have family there in Hendersonville and Sumner County and Goodlettsville and East Nashville and Antioch, all the places, Gallatin, Lebanon, Mount Juliet, all the places.
Okay. See, this is where I had so much fun with her the last time I put this up. If you got family in all the places, you'd name all the places. You'd name them all. You'd name all the counties, the cities. You just wouldn't name a couple and just say, all the places. Why do you think I called that bullshit?
I thought, let me just open this little application up here. Do you see that?
I wonder how long it had been since that thing's been updated. I'm only asking. Well, I don't go on that site. I don't look on those sites. I don't care about them. I don't. Because eventually somebody's going to post it anyway. And even then, I still care less. The only reason why I asked how long it might have been since that thing's been updated is because she saw a warrant on there. Well, you guys get the gist. And she thought that Katie Prophet had an active warrant out for her arrest. And that it might have been criminal, according to the lady that she talked to. Now, I don't know why you people feel the need to call the police on anything about a case. That's none of your business. Y'all need to stop that. Y'all need to knock that shit off. Seriously. It's none of your business about what information you guys think you can gather from a case. Y'all are never going to solve a missing persons case. It's never going to happen. I know y'all are in competition to find out who's going to solve the very first case on YouTube. It would have been done long ago. Long ago. Just stop. Just cut it out.
So when you do that, it tells you who's got warrants on it, and you just keep scanning down and around, and it goes
Right.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. So as I'm going down,
I don't even like the fact that Jaundice calls the neighbors or searches through the Bowersox Facebook. Like, I don't care. I've said this before. I don't care if it's public. You shouldn't be going around those folks' Facebook. I don't care. It's none of your business what they write in there. It's not your business to go over it and read what they posted. It's nobody's business. I don't care. You wouldn't like somebody to go through your Facebook and put it up on their public platform and read out everything that you've posted. I mean, hell, where do you think Jaundice got the photo that he uses on his thumbnail? Got it from their Facebook. And you know what? While we're here, I'll go upload those so we can look at them.
I told my friend, holy crap.
Holy crap,
man.
Don't ever do that again,
Holy
Smiley,
Batman.
please. Don't ever do that again.
Y'all hate when Smiley does this, don't you? Her phone's crap. Even the new one.
No.
Done.
I think it's annoying.
Holy Batman.
Don't even say holy Batman.
Well,
What Batman got to do with anything?
how about fell over?
See, that's where she goes wrong right there. So, warrant disposition active. Warrant type ex parte. She thought that was an active warrant. So, Smiley, I ask you, since Katie's already, appeared in court, how come they didn't arrest her? Arrest her. Since you claim that she had an active warrant, how come she isn't in jail? I mean, you did state that when you called, the lady told you it appeared to be criminal. So why isn't she in cuffs? I mean, you're not going to bring that up in the stream that we're going to switch back to in just a minute. I'm only asking. I mean, you should keep a consistent story, Smiley. You really should.
I about fell over. I said, holy Batman. So I got to thinking about it.
Gosh, she's such a child.
Hey, Holly, thank you, honey. And I'll put this up. So I got to
Hey,
thinking
it's
about
Kai.
it. And I thought,
Hey, wise angel.
yes,
Mr.
Sarah.
Fire.
So I thought, Katie Proudfoot's got a warrant and it's active.
Can I ask you guys a question? Why would you be so excited over somebody having a warrant? Why? When you know daggone well there's no fucking warrant out for a mother of a missing child. And look, I know this lady appears in Bullhorn's chat sometimes. Sometimes I've seen her in there, but she usually lurks in there. Bullhorn had been talking about this whole court thing, okay? Way before anything. Bullhorn's already known about it. And if Bullhorn says she hasn't, that's a lie, because Bullhorn had already known about it, because I can guarantee you her head mod, Sonia, told her about it. People have emailed her about it. They already have. Bullhorn, she's let off little tidbits that she already knew that she was about to be served. Why do you think she's been on the run? And when she says she's not on the run, she's on the run. She does not want to be served. And it has nothing to do with the storms that have been going on in Florida. None. So why is Smiley so thrilled about Katie having an active warrant? Why is she thrilled? Again, knowing well that Katie did not have a warrant for her arrest. And if that were true, Katie would have been in jail by now.
They're not telling us for what. Is that an ex parte? As of July 26, 2024. And I know all this stuff's going on with Bullhorn
No,
and
B,
all
she
that.
cannot read
don't
at
think
all.
That has anything. But, okay, we're going to get this straight because me and my friend went over this. But I called.
Right?
Bullhorn Betty don't have a warrant on her, honey. Bullhorn Betty just has a summons to go to court. She hadn't been served yet. From what I'm understanding, unless she's been served, this has. Now, let me tell you like I told my friend.
What'd you tell your friend, girl? What'd you tell your friend? Did you show your friend that screenshot? Did you? Because I bet if you did, your friend would have more knowledge about that than you. Just saying.
Even if Katie or Chris got this out on y'all, please use some common sense. Even if Katie or Chris got whatever they got out on Bullhorn Betty, Katie wouldn't have a warrant on her ass, okay? That would be like me getting Benny in.
Look at that. Charges. NA. What does NA stand for, guys? I'm asking you guys. I already know what it stands for, but what does it say? What does it stand for? Because I see it on there through 2 times. She's hilarious. She don't even know what ex parte does. We've explained it to her, what ex parte means. I mean, hell, I ended up with like 4 different definitions of ex parte. She still don't know what it means. But see, that's not the same energy, though, with the stream that I'm about to pull up in just after this. That's not the same energy, though. If you're going to claim that she's got a warrant out, why not bring it up in the next stream that you're going to talk about, you know, the whole warrant, the court, the whole thing? Why not bring that up? Why not? I mean, I would. I'd be like, look, I made a mistake, guys. I said it wrong. My apologies. But no, she's got, her britches are a little too big for that. She's like everybody else. She's always right. Everybody else is wrong.
Court, they would not put a warrant out on me. It makes no sense. A warrant is for something
Hey, Miss
else.
Brittany.
Okay. This has nothing, not one to do with the other. Okay. So let's leave Bullhorn Betty out of this.
Oh no, Bullhorn has everything to do with this. And I already know about you. You're sent for Bullhorn. Okay.
So I said, damn, it's after 5 o'clock where I call. My friend said, just call. So I did. So one is over criminal warrants. I forgot which one, Michael. And I thought they said the other one was Brandon.
Criminal.
Not Carter. Somebody else over criminal.
You're
warrants.
a criminal.
One's over criminal. One's over civil. So my friend's like, go ahead and call because it's public.
I'm sorry. I can't with her. She cracks me up sometimes.
All right. Hold on.
Spit it out, Smiley. Come on. Hurry up. I ain't got all day.
I don't know if I can show you. Recent calls, Gallatin, Tennessee, 5:16 p.m. Okay. So I called.
She called
I
y'all.
called before that. It was 5:16 when I had to keep calling back because Michael wasn't in, Brandon wasn't in. I started like at 5 after 5. But anyway, that's regardless. I didn't want to leave a message because I want to know now. Is this criminal?
Oh, she wanted to know
civil?
now.
So then they said I could speak with the person that's taken the information and police reports, which was a very nice lady. I forgot to get her name. But anyway, she answered the phone. I told her what I wanted. I said, do y'all first of all have a warrant on Katie Proudfoot?
Wait for it.
She told me, yes, they did. No, not always.
Emphasis on the word did. Okay. Emphasis on the word did. Okay. Remember that. Emphasis on it. We're going to go back, but just listen for that word.
Warrant on Katie Proudfoot. She told me, yes, they did. No, not always. Not always. She's got a warrant. Karen, let me just tell you that. She's got a warrant. She has a warrant on her. They have not served the warrant yet. And this may not be, I'm just going by what the lady told me. That's all. I'm just going only by what the lady told me. Y'all are more than welcome to call and ask her yourself.
Which I highly advise people not to do.
You're more than welcome to ask her for yourself. But I said, is this what I said? What I want to know is this criminal or civil? And the lady said, are you the, she wanted to know was I Katie? And I said, no, ma'am. I said, I just happened to see that you had a warrant on her. And she said, we do. And she said, but I can't give you any information if you're not her. And I said, no, I just wanted, all I wanted to know was if it was civil or criminal. And she said,
well, here's the thing though. Listen to what she says. I'm going to go back a minute, but listen, the lady asked, it's basically, is she a family member or is she Katie Proudfoot? Now, going back and listening to this part again while I was recording it, I missed this. I don't know how I missed it, but I did. It's just what Smiley said.
She wanted to know was I Katie? And I said, no, ma'am. I said, I just happened to see that you had a warrant on her.
The lady asked, are you Katie? And she said, no. Now, that should have been it. That lady would not have told her anything. That lady would not have told her if Katie had a criminal warrant on her or anything. That lady would just say, sorry, ma'am, I cannot give you any of those details. I can't tell you. And that would be it. Hang up the phone. So therefore, I think Smiley just made up the rest of that shit. And that's just my opinion. Smiley made it all up.
And she said, we do. And she said, but I can't give you any information if you're not her. And I said, no, I just wanted, all I wanted to know was if it was civil or criminal. And she said, okay, hold on. She said, She said, it looks criminal, but I can't give you any information. And
it looks criminal, but I can't give you any information. No. Say you call up to your police department right now and you ask if your neighbor has an active warrant out for him, if it's civil or criminal. What do you think they're going to say? We can't tell you that. I don't know how it is in other states, but mine, they won't tell you anything. They'll just say, we can't tell you that. Sorry. And they may not even say sorry. They probably just hang up on you. But see, I don't call the police. I got nothing against the police. I don't. But I can give fuck all about somebody's criminal record. But this one likes to call the police. I mean, hell, I even seen in a chat that she's called them, I don't know, 5,500 times. I think that was an exaggeration. I don't know if that's how many times she's called. I mean, I don't know. But not in this case, but in general. In all the cases that she's covered. I mean, y'all need to stop calling the police.
I said,
so there. But in reality, no cop's going to tell you anything. So she made all that up. And you did, Smiley. You did make that up. You're such a liar. You see how much you learn when you go back and you listen again? Yeah. So stop that. Stop making shit up.
And they went and they have sworn, all adults have sworn, except Chris, because I think he thinks that since he's in a custody battle, he would stay out of it, in my opinion.
I don't know if, because Chris Profit's in a custody battle, that this would have any reflection on, you know, I mean, I don't know. I really don't. I didn't, you know, do any research on it. If this has anything to do with, if this protection order has anything to do with his custody battle. I think this is just Katie and the Bowerstocks. And I say that because Betty goes after Katie harder than Chris. And if anybody watches Betty, then you will see that she goes after Katie actually harder than Chris. So I don't think that the protection order, why Chris didn't file it because of his custody battle, I don't think that has anything to do with it. I really don't. I could be wrong. I don't know. I just didn't look into it further. It's really none of my business. If Chris wanted to file a protection order against Betty, he can. I'm pretty sure he could. I mean, hell, I would. Because Betty can't seem to keep that little girl's name out of his fucking mouth. Or out of her fucking mouth. Sorry, my fault. She keeps bringing up that little girl all the time. That little girl has nothing to do with any of this. Nothing.
And they have sworn, all adults have sworn, except Chris, because I think he thinks that since he's in a custody battle, he would stay out of it.
Oh, Lord,
in my
Debbie.
opinion. But I think they failed to realize he's married to Katie, and then that's his mom and dad, and that it will probably hurt his custody battle. That's just my opinion. So I don't think that was smart on anybody's part, if you ask me. But since nobody asked me, I'm just going to tell you anyway.
You're right. Nobody asked you. That is true. You see, this goes to lack of research. Now, the only reason why I didn't research this is because I don't think Chris needs a protection order against Betty. I really don't. But Katie, yeah, Katie does. So do the Bowerstocks. I mean, hell, do we need it? Dude, you know what? All I got to do is pull up the popo. Okay, that's all I got to do. I've got the footage of where Betty goes right after Terry Bowerstocks in the middle of oncoming traffic at a stoplight and rushes up to the man's car. I would say a protection order is in full need, yes. Okay, I believe so. The veiled threats that Betty has made, going up to the door of the Proudfoots to demand answers, telling the Proudfoots to bring it, the brandishing of her weapon on her community wall. That's like 3 times she's done that. I've told you guys. She's done that 3 times. So, yeah, I think protection order is in place. I don't know why Chris got one or didn't get one. I don't know. I really don't. It doesn't really matter.
Nina's lawyer has all this information where they have all sworn as all grown adults that their house is super dangerous. When they go out in the car and they go out in public, that they are in super duper danger. And it's not safe for any of them or any of their family members anywhere that they go, whether that's true or not, because nobody deserves to be in danger. Hey, nobody. Nobody. Not me, not you, not her.
You know, Smiley, I heard a story about you. I did. About someone throwing a Molotov cocktail at your residence because of your coverage of the Summer Walls case, which really wasn't true. That was told by somebody that was on my panel. I can play it. And you claimed to be in danger. You weren't. It had nothing to do with Summer Walls. And I'm more inclined to believe the one that was on my panel telling the story than you. Luckily, I wasn't here for that. I wish I was. It would have been funny.
Not them, nobody. But the point is,
Hey, Michelle E,
I
honey,
don't
how
think they
you
thought it all the way through.
doing?
And yes,
Hey,
I heard
everybody
Bullhorn Baby
coming
today had an
in.
attorney, and she's just going to let them handle it from here on out. Hey,
You mean Griff for an attorney? That's what I'm hearing. She's scripting for an attorney. I haven't watched Bullhorn in a few days. Only because I've been doing other things. I've been watching other streams. Now, again, I don't know why Bullhorn needs an attorney when she represents herself all the time. She always goes pro se. So I don't get it. Hey, Rizzy. I'm doing one, and Chris's name could be bait for Betty to take, thinking she still has free run by Chris. Oh, okay. Maybe. That's a good point. Chris should have, if she truly is defaming him in the community and or missing with the job. Well, here's the thing, Cricket. Now, Jaundice, over on his panel, and not just his panel, but he goes on other people's panels and just makes claims that the neighbors have told him that Chris is starting things in the neighborhood, starting fights and arguments with people. Now, how does he know that? He really doesn't know that. And I don't believe that he's talking to any neighbors. You've got nut jobs on this platform that will do anything for attention. They will call into their shows pretending to be a neighbor of the Proudfoots. It's happened before, more than once. You got crime lines and lies that'll believe anything somebody tells her. And that's apparent. Okay, that one believes anything. And that's all clicks and views for her and subs. But like I said, you got nut jobs out here that are just going to believe anything somebody tells them. So I don't believe Justin when he says that, Chris Proudfoot is out in the neighborhood starting shit with people. I don't believe it. I really don't. And I don't believe a word Justin says at all.
Abigail. So, hey, Tam. Pink Butterfly, everybody, thank you for coming in. Vicinity. Certainly not with already a missing child, right? So, hey, Whispering Winds.
Come on, get to it.
Welcome,
Smiley.
everyone coming in. I just want to know how, at this time, or today, or how that helps Sebastian, or is helping Sebastian.
It's keeping his family safe. That's for starters. Smiley. Doesn't everybody deserve to be safe? Don't they? Instead of having someone on their platform inciting hate. Certainly inciting people to roll past their house. Or giving people the general idea that it's okay to roll past their house every day. Especially filming it. See, that right there puts them in danger as well. Plastering their house all over the freaking internet. I mean, that's what you did, Smiley. You put their home on your community wall. I still have the screenshots of it. It's on my computer. It's still in my files. You put their home on your community wall. You put them in danger too. Just like every other mofo around here. Just like every other mofo in them Facebook groups. Plastered their home all over. So yeah, it is an order. A protection order, you know what? It will spark some kind of safeness for everybody in that house, and maybe for future victims. From people like you, from Bullhorn, Dolly, from all the tragedy pimps. and I hope it does.
It didn't. He's still gone, right? Brandon Carter and Bobby Craddock is taking over. If that's what you're asking.
We know there's a new sheriff, Smiley. Get to it.
It's Francisco.
Oh my God, don't ever do that again.
I saw you and Justin's earlier, and I couldn't type fast enough to type everybody's name. But every time I say your name, I want to say that. It's Francisco.
Ugh,
Chillax. I appreciate y'all all being here. But I don't think anybody should be scared. Not Katie, not Chris, not Kathy, not Bullhorn Betty, not anybody. And I don't think
Bullhorn is hardly scared of anything. As long as anybody's been on this platform, okay, Betty's been here 3 years. Has anybody seen Bullhorn scared at all? I sure as hell haven't. The Abigail, you mean Annabella Summer? Hey, Calcifer, honey. It's good to see you. Oh, God, Shelby's here. Thank God. I needed some Shelby today. How you doing, Shelby, honey? Now, in the 3 years Bullhorn's been on this platform, has anybody ever seen her scared? I haven't. Ever since I've been covering her, I haven't seen her scared at all. She bucks up and acts tough. I mean, Smiley, you can take Bullhorn out of the equation. But I truly believe that Betty can handle herself. I mean, she's been doing it for this long, right? Yeah, she has. Now, I wholeheartedly believe that Katie, Chris, and the Bower Sox have a right to protect themselves from nut jobs on this platform, preferably from Bullhorn Betty. Okay? I mean, you may not see it, but I do, and so do a lot of people. So yeah, a protection order is actually in order.
nobody should feel threatened ever by anybody. That's just my thoughts on it. And I think
Oh, so nobody should feel threatened by you, right? Nobody should feel threatened by Dolly, right? Nobody should feel threatened by Justin. I mean, I don't know if anybody's threatened by Justin. I mean, shit. I'm just saying. I'm just naming names. Nobody should feel threatened by anybody on the internet. You know, the internet's a cruel place. You know that, Smiley? You ever seen that show, Web of Lies? You should check into it. It's on Discovery. I'm sure you have the Discovery Plus app. You should look that show up. It's actually scary. You might learn a thing or two about how the internet actually works.
that we should get back on track and start talking about Sebastian because it's not helping anybody. I'm just saying.
You don't talk about Sebastian. You know how you talk about Sebastian? I'll show you. Let's go back to August 4th, shall we? Let's hop on over to August 4th. How she was talking about Sebastian. Here we go.
Hey, Bo. I actually think she wanted Duchess to change that, and I think that was changed, if I'm not mistaken. By
And now, like I said this in Crystal's chat yesterday. If you say Duchess's name in a negative way, you have to pay a toll, and that toll gets very, very expensive. Okay, I'm just saying, because we love our Duchess around here. Okay, and we will protect our Duchess.
Duchess in the beginning, but yet it was given to the Amber Alert system that he weighed 120 pounds. In the beginning, what he was wearing was also changed. That's just a couple of red flags out to me. Dee, I really hope you are safe. I really do.
Thank you,
And
Michelle
I am
E.
praying
You're
for
so
everybody
sweet,
in
honey.
the storm. Let's see here. Hold on a minute.
Right, Roz? She is. Hey, mother of two boys.
Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. I hope he is, but in my personal opinion, just in my opinion, and I don't even like to say this on here because I know, his
What's
dad
that?
don't, his dad believes he's alive. There's a lot of you on here in my chat right now that do. But in my opinion,
Hold on. See, this is where she's going to say that she does not believe Sebastian is no longer with us. But in the beginning of the live stream, we just had, before I switched over, that he may be wearing contacts. You can't make this shit up. You really can't.
his dad believes he's alive. There's a lot of you on here in my chat right now that do.
Hey, Aunt Kathy, story
But
time.
in my opinion, I personally don't think so. That's just my opinion. I hope I'm wrong. I pray that I'm wrong.
And that's where I get irritated with people. I really do get irritated with them because you should, if you're going to do true crime cases, you should always keep hope alive. Always keep hope alive. But don't come on this platform and say that I believe he's no longer here. Because there's people in the chat that still do believe he's here, that he's coming home. But when you got people like this one saying the complete opposite, you're making those people feel something different. Don't do that. Keep it to yourself. Or just don't say anything at all.
Only because everything that his mom did that locked him and her in the house.
It wasn't locked. They were in the house together. They were in the house together, not locked in the house like they were being held prisoner. Like, come on. Good Lord. Hey, Smiley, half your eyebrows missing, by the way. Just saying.
I know you are, D, that locked him and her in the house. That's just my personal opinion. But is it possible? Yeah. Yeah. It's possible. It's possible he would show back up because it's possible that this was a whole thing after he was handed off to
I'm irritated today,
someone
Shelby.
else. Even
I'm
that
very
morning,
irritated.
it's possible. Is it likely?
But I'll be all right.
I don't know. Anything's possible though. And then you have Chris saying on somebody's panel, I really don't remember who, that his biggest fear was if Sebastian got away. If Sebastian got away, what does he mean by that? Is he alive out there and scared he'll get away and tell what happened? I don't know.
I wonder, I'm looking at her eyebrows. I wonder every time she says something dumb or anytime that she lies, like a little part of her eyebrows go missing. Let me see. Do I still have that thing uploaded in here? Please tell me I do. Damn it. I need to go get it. Let me go find that. Where is it? Bingo. Found it. Smiley, I'm gonna clown you. I think you deserve to be clowned today. Hey, Sally. Oh, Lord. Summer, keep an eye on her. Sally trouble. I told you I'm gonna clown her today. Look at that. Right there. Missing eyebrow. Anybody's welcome to have it. I'll send it out to everybody. I don't care. Hell, I'll even post it on my community wall. Yup. Sure will. Nah, Sally's cool.
That his biggest fear was if Sebastian got away.
Hold on, whose biggest fear was it?
Anything's possible, though. And then you have Chris saying
Okay.
on somebody's panel, I really don't.
On somebody's panel. See, this is a woman who knows about Sebastian's case, but she can't really remember whose panel it was. Smiley, you're used to writing shit down. You should start writing these down. Every interview that Chris, Katie, and Seth have been on, you should start writing it all down. You start including timestamps too. See, I don't write things down. I don't need to. I've got a good memory. I write down timestamps. That way I can save people the agony of having to watch an entire stream. You know? That's what I do. Other than that, stick to writing things down.
Remember who that
Hey,
his biggest
Sab.
fear was if Sebastian got away. If Sebastian got away, what does he mean by that? Is he
If Sebastian got away. Okay, let me analyze that part here. Let's analyze this, okay? Say if Sebastian was taking the trash out, right? And somebody rolled up in their car and swiped him and put him in the car, right? And say if they stopped at a stoplight, Sebastian managed to escape from the car. Sebastian got away. Okay? That's what I think that's what it meant. That's just what I think it meant. Okay? Even adults that get kidnapped, they can manage to get out of a car, okay, and run to the closest thing that is next to a grocery store, gas station, a house. Okay? That's what I think it meant.
alive out there and scared he'll get away and tell what happened? I don't know.
What would he have to be afraid of to tell what happened? What would Sebastian be afraid of? If it were me, I'd tell everything. I'd tell every single detail about what happened. I wouldn't be scared. Like, what the hell?
So some days I do and some days I don't.
Uh-oh. Oh, Lord,
I
my
even
chat
said on my
disappeared.
live, I feel however he left. I feel however he left that morning out of the garage in Katie's car. That's what I feel like.
Like Bullhorn. Bullhorn thought the same thing too. You remember that? We went over that part. Bullhorn thought the same exact thing. She thought that he left through the garage, got into one car, drove to one location, got into the other car. Because remember, the Bower Sox and Proudfoot, same car. They switched cars. One went home. One took off with Sebastian. I mean, seriously, that's just Bullhorn. So right here, this little statement, I think she got that from Bullhorn. I really do. And I still stand on it.
I feel he could have been alive, but drugged up enough to be dosed up asleep.
Well, a couple of others that have, even stated that. Should I watch so many streams? I can't remember. Who else said that? I think a couple of people on Brittany J's panel thought that too. I think Crime Lines and Lies thought that too. Oh no, that was a pressure washer. Never mind. Yeah, that horse shit fucking statement. I ain't getting into that one. Nope.
To be handed off and hidden. Yes, that's possible. But do I think that in reality? No. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say this, which I'm probably really sticking my foot in my mouth here. But
well, I have a statement for that one. Never mind. I'll be
I
nice.
did
I'm gonna be
find it kinda
nice. I'm gonna be nice
strange
because I will be very, very
that
mean
when
right
there was
now.
this
I don't want to be
big
mean.
blow up in North Carolina, South Carolina, wherever it was. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
No, Smiley. Why don't you enlighten us? Hey, crazy chicken lady. Or does she have notebooks like Betty too? Say it ain't so, sister from another mister. What living for? Actually, I think this one. I think Smiley. She says she's Georgia. I don't know. I don't remember. I think she says she lives in Georgia. No, she writes these notes on her phone. Yeah, she writes these things in her phone. All these notes. But she does have a file cabinet like Bullhorn does. She does. She's got a file cabinet. We've actually heard her beat up that file cabinet at one point. I think that was when A Balance went after her and she got pissed. That was funny. Yeah, she beat the hell out of that thing. I wonder how many dents it has now.
And we have people go up there and then they ask about it and then they go, oh, well, you need to come with us and let's get your ID and yada, yada, yada. But when Seth, the biological father, goes up there, he can't get any information or anything. And then nobody can track this woman down. But then all of a sudden, poof, she comes out of nowhere and says, oh, y'all leave, this kid, this is my kid. Okay. So we're no longer supposed to talk about that. And we have to take his picture down because that's her kid. That
Open mouth insert foot, you fool. Come on. Stop it. Smiley, now you just sound dumb. Enough already. Wait a minute. I didn't see this comment before. I saw a comment in the chat. I'm a mother of 2 autistic teenagers. There's no way Sebastian Rogers ran away or walked off. He was taken by somebody Sebastian knows, taken by force by a family member. Lady, you need to learn how to write. Okay. So this lady knows that he didn't walk off or run away. Okay. So she thinks that he was taken by force by a family member. Okay. All right, lady. It was such a fucking ass thing to say.
has always bothered me because guess what?
What?
I'm not going to lie to you.
Too late. You done enough lying. And you lie all the time, so please continue lying to us. Come on.
And say, oh, okay. Because you would have to be pretty.
Oh, she is? Okay, I don't know.
Kind of delusional.
Emerald, I don't know. To be honest, I don't care where she's at. She's just, yeah. She's just ridiculous to me, though.
If you do go back and look, or you put her kid even back in pictures and you go, that's not the same kid that was at the North Carolina thing. Put them side by side.
Okay, yeah. All right. So if anybody's confused, now once again, some of you weren't here for the last stream we had. She's talking about the sighting, the first sighting that they had, that they thought was Sebastian, one in the blue shirt with another lady, blonde hair, and this one was an older lady. Then it turned out it wasn't Sebastian after all, and everybody was told by the lady to please take it down off the internet, not to show it anymore. People still showed it. Nobody took it down. Like, people were analyzing that picture up one side and down the fuck another. They were blowing it up, putting it side by side still. It wasn't him. It didn't even look like him, to be honest. I mean, I even looked at it side by side. It wasn't him. There was no resemblance.
That's not the one that was in that photo. But we need to move on from that.
Yeah, we had to, because Smiley, it wasn't him. What more did you want? Would you want a DNA test? Is that what you wanted? Probably. That's probably what she wanted, a DNA test. But no. That's not how it's going to work. That's not how it's going to work. You know, it wasn't him. It wasn't Sebastian. But I guess I wasn't good enough for Smiley.
Just saying.
Just saying.
Just saying. So he could be very well hid out with somebody until
what?
And Chris knew it wasn't right away, right? Chris knows everything for him not to be there. I'm just saying.
You know, you can say the word just saying all you want. You can say it all you want. But you say it more than once in every single sentence, it's not going to make a bit of difference. Because you actually mean what you say. So you might as well just quit saying just saying. And just stand on everything that you say. I can say just saying, but I'm not going to say it in every single sentence. Just like that sniffers on the scene. He always says, allegedly, in my opinion, every fucking 30 seconds. You can say, allegedly, in my opinion, every 30 seconds. That doesn't mean anything. It just means jack shit. Just like her, she can say just saying every 30 seconds. She still means what she says.
So yeah, that has kind of bothered me.
Oh, Sally, thank you for the cookies, honey.
But you know, you ain't gonna change anybody's mind. So we just go on and do what we do, and then it just gets crazier and crazier. And then I'm gonna tell you, we don't have anybody. We have Seth, but we don't have the mom or the stepdad where he lived at searching.
Oh, Summer, do you want to break the news about sniffers on the scene? Who endorses them? You want to put that in chat? Or do you want me to say it? I mean, I can say it right here live on who endorses that little freaking garden gnome. I mean, I can say it. When she says yeller feller, that means Justin for all, aka Yellow Fellow. He endorses sniffers on the scene, aka silvers on the scene. He endorses them. Just so all you tragedy pimps that think he's doing a great job out doing whatever he's doing, fucking up a crime scene by digging in the creek area. Yeah. Justin's okay with that. He endorses it. Just so you know.
And there's either he's not alive and they know it, or he is alive and they know it, right? So why, either way, why would they search?
See, this is how dumb Smiley is. But see, she's not saying this in the stream we were just watching a minute ago. But everybody's so hell-bent on jumping on Katie and Chris, thinking they know where Sebastian is. It's like they can read Katie and Sebastian. Sorry, Chris and Katie's mind. They think they can read their minds. They can't read their minds. But they still go on the full-fledged attack and blame both the mom and stepdad for Sebastian's disappearance. And I'm going to stand on everything and still say, from this day, since this case broke, that he ran away. Until otherwise, until law enforcement or TBI comes out and says what really happened to him, for all we know, he ran away. And that's it.
They can say they're doing it in private. Seth says he's doing it in private, but we know. But they...
Well, if Seth is doing it in private, why can't Katie and Chris do it in private too? I mean, for all we know, they're doing it in private, right? If Seth can do all these searches in private, why is it that Chris and Katie can't do it in private too? Hey, Dutchie. Oh God, Tony, not Don't break. Hey, that name is a Emerald. Be nice. Be nice with that name. Hey, Trips. No, let's just say for the sake of argument here, okay? If Seth is doing these searches in private for his son, how come Chris and Katie can't do the same thing? And for all we know, they are. We never thought about that. Did we? No.
They can say they're doing it in private. But here's the thing. Seth has been all over the internet, the YouTubes.
No shit. We know that. Come on, Smiley. Tell us something we don't know.
In the news. But here's the thing. They've been on also, I'll say. But theirs was more, well, let me put it this way. Games with certain people and sling blade bullshit. And
well, was it Sling Blade bullshit when they were on your panel? Smiley. Let's be honest now. You have them up on your panel. Was that Sling Blade bullshit? Let's just be honest. Honesty goes a long way here, Smiley. It goes a very, very long way. So you've had them on your panel. People have reviewed it more than a couple times. Was that Sling Blade bullshit? We're going to put that in that category. Okay, we're going to put your interview with them in that Sling Blade bullshit category. How about that?
Jokes and pranks and
what pranks? Can someone tell me what pranks? What pranks? I don't know what the fuck she's getting. I don't know what she's getting at. What pranks? Anyway. I don't know what prank she's talking about, so.
trying to.
Is she talking about that little prank that happened on her panel where somebody came up under the name Chris? It was the night that Seth got into it with Trev Time. Could that have been a prank? I mean, I don't think that was the real Chris Proudfoot. I think that was a troll. But I don't know. Maybe to her that was the prank. I really don't know. Because I have not seen Chris or Katie doing any pranks on this platform. Okay? I haven't.
People and sling blade bullshit and jokes and pranks and trying to meet up and bump uglies with YouTube creators.
I'm going to stop right there for a second because this is where she's going to get real dumb with this little comment. Okay. I don't know if I need to play this part or if you guys want to hear this one more time. Seth is the only one that doesn't have to be serious. Okay. Here's the thing. I have not seen nor heard anybody making claims that Chris or Katie have been trying to meet up with YouTube creators to bump uglies. And I use bump uglies with air quotes. Because someone named one creator that Chris or Katie have been trying to meet up with someone to bump uglies with. Name one creator. I'll wait.
Trying to meet up and bump uglies with YouTube creators and that's to say it nicely, and just different things.
What do you say, Sally? Sally Mae? I mean, like you. Ooh, Sally Mae, you need to tell more, girl. Tell me more, girl. So, yeah. Anybody? Because see, when I first heard that, I had to go back in my mind and wonder who in the hell she was talking about. Because if Chris or Katie were trying to meet up with YouTube creators to bump uglies, do you know how fast that would have roamed around YouTube? That's like a wildfire right there. That's a wildfire. People would have been talking about that from here. Nobody would shut up about that. Let's just put it that way, okay? That's just putting it lightly. Nobody would have shut up about that. Everybody would have been talking about it. Everybody would be bringing that up in every single live stream. Come on.
Then they decide to go get you like that one, Sarah? Bump uglies. Well, he did. That's the truth.
It's the truth. You know her. It's the truth. The truth is the truth. Oh, God. This woman wouldn't know what the truth was if it was stamped on her forehead.
I'm just telling the truth, right?
Don't ever use that. Don't ever use right in a context like that. I'm just telling the truth, right? Don't ever do that. If you're going to just say, I'm telling the truth, just say it like that. I'm telling the truth. That's it. End it right there.
He was sure trying to bump uglies.
Why is that funny? When you know that's false. Why is that funny? I'm just asking. I'm only asking for myself.
I mean, I wonder if she could get one of them. I fear for my life. I fear for my life.
So here's where she's going to start making fun of Katie Prophet and the whole protection order thing. She thinks it's fucking hilarious because she doesn't believe that a protection order should be in place for her or the household or for the Bowersox. You know what? I'm gonna throw the Bowersox out of that because it's a separate matter. So she's just gonna make fun of Katie. So she doesn't think Katie needs a protection order. And she's gonna make fun of it. She's gonna laugh. And her chat's gonna yuck it up. Now, what if it came down to Smiley needing a protection order against somebody and we all just sat here and made fun of her and laughed about it? You think she would like it? No. You know what she would do? She'd do exactly what she did when A Balance went after her. She'd be beating up that file cabinet. If we were to make fun of her, if she was in that same position, if the tables were turned. She would. Trust and believe she'd be beating up that file cabinet. There'd be more dents in it. So she's making fun of a victim. And let me say, Katie Prophet is a victim. I don't care what anybody says. Excuse me. She is a victim. She's a mother of a missing child. And this is very hilarious to Smiley.
I wonder if she could get one of them. I fear for my life. I fear for my life. I fear for my life. Protection orders. I mean, these streets have gone stupidly wild.
They are stupidly wild with you around it, Smiley. And they got people like you. Don't think I don't know about you, girl. I know all about you. Trust and believe I've heard the stories. And the stories just keep on piling up. I can clown you and clown you and clown you. And if I were to come up on this platform and told all the stories that I know about you, that file cabinet that you got in the background, well, let's just say that file cabinet will be non-existent. You'll never be able to open them drawers again because they'll be all dented in.
He does. He does. Lord have mercy. I'm just telling the truth. I'm just speaking the truth. Oh, Lord, honey. But what bothers me the most is now I fear for my ugly. Millie. I fear for my ugly. I need to get a, oh, I fear for my ugly. Let me get all my YouTube family together. They all heard it on a live, honey.
Mom just telling the truth right here. Smiley. Missing eyebrow. Last seen during the live stream. May 19th, 2024. And apparently they're still missing. Yep. They're still missing. And don't forget, y'all. This hooker thought she was catfished. She was catfished by Rickety Cricket. She was also trolled by Rickety Cricket. And then I'm gonna tell you right now, you guys want to hear a funny joke? This bitch right here, she doesn't even know what catfish means. She don't even know what the word catfish means. It is, oh my God, it is hilarious. She doesn't know what catfish means. That's why I got to clown her at every turn. There are several different ways to describe what catfish means. Smiley, nobody in their right mind would ever catfish you, okay? No. Never.
Brought it out. It was recorded. Yes, really, it's the truth. The truth is the truth is the truth, and you don't have to hide the truth.
Smiley, once again, you wouldn't know what the truth was if it was stamped on your forehead. I mean, look, you're still missing that fucking eye. Look at that. See, she's still missing that eyebrow from May. Look at that. Smiley, have you ever heard of tattoo eyebrows? They're permanent. They are. They're permanent. They don't cost that much. They really don't. And it's, yeah, those aren't tattoos. No, I can tell. Because see, when you color yours in, ma'am, you do a real shitty job. You really do. No wonder why her eyebrows ran off along with Molly's jaw. Remember when Molly's jaw was jaw jacking up and down the neighborhood in Georgia? That's where Smiley's eyebrows and Molly's jaw became very good friends.
Not everyone's as ugly. Is that right? I don't know. I don't get down there and inspect.
Do you see how gross she is? Talking about cooters. That's what she's talking about. I don't get down there and inspect. That's just fucking gross. So she's another one of them. See, Smiley, you're just fucking gross. You have no class. You have no empathy. You have no sympathy. You're just nothing. You're just one of them pieces of shit on the internet that makes fun of victims and their families. And now I see where Lolly gets it from. Yeah. She's a fucking piece of shit. Ugh.
You had a ribbon cutting? Yay. You fell asleep on Justin's for a bit. Oh, you have a toothache? Oh, there's nothing worse. Well, they say earache is, but knock on wood, I never had one, so I don't know. Toothaches are no fun, though. Toothaches are no fun. I'm sorry. But if you can go to sleep, I'm sure Justin didn't mind, because at least that keeps you from hurting for a little bit, right?
You know what also helps for a toothache? I'll tell you. There's a couple things. You can either take a small little drop, well, I wouldn't say a drop, like a little shot of whiskey, hold it right there on that sore tooth, and just hold it there until you can't take it anymore. That also helps because it numbs it. Or you take an aspirin, preferably a Tylenol, a little white capsule, and just put it on that tooth and let it dissolve there. It may taste like shit, but it does help too. Or the third option is get Listerine, put it on that side of your mouth, and hold it there until you can't stand it. and just do that every few hours. That also helps, because the Listerine will actually help get rid of the bacteria. Take it from someone that knows, okay? Take it from someone that knows. See, I'm in my 40s. I didn't start getting my wisdom teeth until my late 30s. And trust me, kids may be resilient when it comes to their wisdom teeth. They can handle pain more than adults can when it comes to their teeth. Not me. The only thing that I can stand pain. I just cannot stand I can't stand my teeth hurting. Hell no. My ass would be right in the dentist seat. And I hate the dentist. I really hate the dentist. I'd rather sit in the doctor's office for 10 hours.
I did see a channel. I want to say this though before we get off of anything. I did see a channel that was covering that this morning. I didn't stay. I was in the bushes and I didn't stay there long. I'm asking y'all a question. It's the first time I saw it, but every time I see this name, and you'll understand why, it always pops in my head. It rings to Bower's Hawks. Don't know if it's true or not. I'm not saying that. Y'all go over there and sub if you want to. I did, but I don't know who it belongs to. It's just called a channel called Alaska. Have y'all ever heard of it? I don't know.
Yeah, have you guys heard of a channel called Alaska? I never heard of a channel called Alaska. I mean, I've seen channels that give you a detour of Alaska. And that's it. Right, Rihanna, it does. That's the kind that I use. I mean, I don't use the actual, I don't use the off-brand. I use the actual Listerine. Wait, I don't know what this Alaska channel is. I really don't. Let me slow her down so we can hear her slower.
Question. It's the first time I saw it, but every time I see this name, and you'll understand why, it always pops in my head. It rings to Bower's Hawks. Don't know if it's true or not. I'm not saying that. Y'all go over there and sub if you want to.
Oh, it rings to Bower's Hawks because apparently that's where they took a trip when Sebastian went missing, and that's where they thought that the Bower's Hawks took Sebastian, and they dropped him off somewhere between their trip to from Tennessee to Alaska, and they dropped him somewhere in the middle. Okay, now I get it.
I did, but I don't know who it belongs to. It's just called a channel called Alaska. Have y'all ever heard of it? I don't know if it's a good channel or a bad channel. I don't know. But every time I see that name somewhere, it just makes me think of the Alaska trip that they took. I think they're kind of a new channel. So I didn't stay in there long because the first time they got dropped off, and then the second time I went, they wasn't really saying anything. It was just kind of there. So I don't know, honestly, if they're related to them or not. I was just kind of watching the comments for a little bit. And I didn't know if anybody was familiar with that channel. So I'm not really trying to promote it.
So I guess every channel that has to do with Alaska, it has to do with Bower's Hawks or something related to the Bower's Hawks because they took a trip there. Is that what you're saying? Okay. If that's what you're saying, okay, Smiley, but I highly doubt it. Just because they took a trip to Alaska does not mean that that a channel named Alaska has something to do with the Bower's Hawks. You'd be wasting your time watching the comments to see if anything about the Bower's Hawks rolls in the chat. Come on.
I'm not familiar with it. I'm just not familiar with it. But every time I see or think of Alaska, I think about that. Hook, Abigail Carter, Carter. You mean Brandon?
Hey, Juno.
That's the lead detective in the case. To leave the tips and everything with. Is that what you're talking about? And then all he's got to do is that he's wanting to ask about Craddock. Everybody knows who Craddock is. That's all he has to say, Craddock. Brandon Carter is the detective, though.
But don't forget, guys, Chris Proudfoot is besties with the new sheriff in Tennessee. Right. That's just the new rumor. But is it true? No. Nobody knows if that's true. They're only saying that. It's because everybody thought that Chris Proudfoot had that he had Ellie in his back pocket. Now, I even heard that shit over on TikTok. Them little fucking TikTokers over there, them little shit talking bitches, they always thought, oh well, he's friends with the police department, so they're gonna do whatever Chris wants them to do. No. Just because there's a new sheriff, that does not mean Chris is besties with them.
Let's see. I don't know what's his first name. Let's see.
There she goes. You hear that shit? You hear that?
Um,
She looking shit up again.
and you spell his last name Craddock. I know I heard Don last night. But Brandon Carter is the investigator for the tips and stuff. I don't know if that's what you meant or not.
And we're gonna listen to this horse shit.
Hey, Lily. Christine. Yeah, I think
Let me skip ahead.
so. If people look again.
Oh my god, I hate silence.
You know, when Sebastian allegedly left, according to his
Here
mom,
we go.
Katie, she said he was barefoot with no jacket.
No, he had socks on. Did you forget that little tidbit, Smiley? Did you? I think you did.
But Ellie said it was cold. Everybody there said it was cold.
No shit. It's February when he went missing. It's gonna be cold. Duh. The fuck?
How long could someone survive in that weather? I know it gets cold to the bone. It's a different kind of cold.
Oh my god.
How long could he survive dressed like that? If true, by any chance, wouldn't you be so worried?
Right, cat's eye. That's what I'm talking about.
They asked everyone to search their land over and over again in pairs. They asked them to do that to be safe in case one of them fell or hurt or stroked out or something. So there would be somebody else there to call for help. Oh my God, Susie. Wow. Yikes.
Don't worry. Cat's eye, we'll poke her in the eye later.
But they said he liked to hide in small places, like very small places. And when I remember when I was watching the news and stuff on it, and they had, the police and the volunteer, people were even looking in gutters, like, those the square ends. I can't make a square with my hand, the square ends. And I was thinking, how is 120-pound, 5'5"? I know he's a young boy and a teenager, but you might as well say that's a man, like physically. Like, how is somebody's body going to fit in a gutter? Like,
Smiley, I seriously doubt Sebastian would fit in a small, tiny crevice in a gutter. A very small, tiny crevice. I seriously doubt that. But continue on, because I love stupidity. I mean, it's what I live for.
but anything is possible, right? They looked everywhere is what I'm trying to tell you. They were steadily pulling things down, pulling things out, searching in these little, they was turning over every rock and everything.
Smiley, that's what they do. They're gonna turn over every nook and cranny of everywhere they're searching. It doesn't matter how small, how big, it does not matter. They're gonna look. Hell, they're gonna look in every little peephole. That's what they're gonna do. That's what investigators do. That's what searchers do. Even if a person can't fit through a small, tiny little hole in the ground, they're still gonna look. You know why? They may not be looking for a person, but they might be looking for evidence. They might be looking for something else, something that might have been put in those little tiny holes. A watch, a ring, glasses, for instance, a hat, a shoe, or a shirt. It doesn't matter. Anything. Jeez Louise. And you call yourself a true crime channel? Really? What part of Tennessee does she come from? I don't think she comes from Tennessee, but she claims that she's got family in all the places of Tennessee, Juno. That's what she says. All the places. And I find that hard to believe too.
So even though we get mad, I do, and get upset and feel like they're doing nothing, you have to remember.
Now, see, I had a little argument with somebody in another comment section that LE's not doing anything. They're scaling back. Now, look, law enforcement does not have to come out every time they hear a rumor about this case, okay? They don't have to. They don't need to. Now, if it's something major, yeah, they're probably going to come out and state what they've heard. If it's something major, but they don't have to come out and say every little rumor that they've heard on the internet or on the outside or every tip that they receive. They don't have to come out over the news and state what they've heard. Okay, they don't need to. It doesn't have to happen. I know that people want it to happen, but it's not going to, okay? It's just a waste of time. Hey, Tomboy Charm. Now, when it comes to finding something during a search, law enforcement or TBR, they don't have to come out and put it out over the airway and tell everybody, well, we found this during our search. That's it. That's all. Thank you for being here. They don't have to do that. They don't need to just bring everybody out for just one simple thing that they found during a search. It's a waste of time. Now, if it was something major that they found connected to the case, then yes, okay, they'll do that. Now, if they're scaling back, they might be looking at other avenues in the case. That's my guess.
They were doing all that, so we can't really say they were not doing nothing and have not looked. They was looking in small holes. And I know for a fact from families and stuff, my family and stuff, they looked and searched in caves there.
There you go, Juno. Her family does live there, and she claims that her family have done searches. And they looked in caves and stuff. That's why I have a hard time believing that she's got family in all the places of Tennessee. She named off a couple of the towns that they live in, and then she said all the places. No.
They did all the things.
They did all the things. Look, if I got family in a town where someone went missing and I was covering it here on the internet, I'm going to say what my family had done. I'm going to tell them where they searched, what they searched for, where they looked. I'm going to tell them every single detail of what they did. I'm going to make it more believable. I'm not going to say they did all the things. No.
In my opinion.
See, she can't say that, in my opinion. Oh, okay. You know what? Hold on a second. I gotta school this bitch. I gotta school her for a second. Hold on. What? We gotta school her. Let's go to Copilot. I love Copilot. It's better, like I always say, it's better than Wikipedia. Better than Wikipedia. It sure is. I mean, they could have given me a better example for this one, but hey, whatever. Okay, let's school her. In my opinion is a phrase used to express a personal belief or viewpoint. It's a way to indicate that what you're about to say is based on your own thoughts and feelings, rather than stating it as an absolute fact. For example, you might say, in my opinion, the movie was fantastic, to show that this is your personal perspective. Let's go over that statement one more time.
They were doing all that, so we can't really say they were not doing nothing and have not looked.
Hey, Two Old Crows.
They was looking in small holes. And I know for a fact from families and stuff, my family and stuff, they looked and searched in caves there. They did all the things,
Wait for it.
in my opinion.
Right. In her opinion? Really? Those are her own thoughts and feelings. Okay. Yeah. Right. Sure, Smiley.
But they are, yes, and they are understaffed. They are very understaffed. But to this day, to right now, to this night, I personally, and this is me in my opinion, I still personally do not believe that he walked off. I don't believe that. And because I do not believe, in my opinion, that he walked off, I can't sit here and say that I believe that somebody came up and got him, because in my opinion only, and I know others don't believe this, but in my opinion only, and even by Chris's words, if a camera or something is going to get him coming out, and in my opinion, to go as far as to say nobody got him anywhere.
I'm going to slow this down because I want you guys to listen to this one very carefully, and I want your thoughts and I want your opinion. Okay, I want your thoughts and opinion on it. So let me slow it down a little bit.
Because in my opinion, off he day to right now, to this night, I personally, and this is me in my opinion, I still personally do not believe that he walked off. I don't believe that. And because I do not believe, in my opinion, that he walked off, I can't sit here and say that I believe that somebody came up and got him, because in my opinion only, and I know others don't believe this, but in my opinion only, and even by Chris's words, if a camera or something is going to get him coming out,
right?
And in my opinion, to go as far as to say nobody got him anywhere,
okay,
within that neighborhood or any of that area,
right? Smiley, come on.
That we know of, unless the LE has something closer to their vest, they're not telling nobody. Then,
hold on, Tro. I got you. I got you. Give me 1 second. I got you. You want to counter her opinion? Okay. I'll give you something to counter it. Just 1 second. I'm going to need you to go check your email and give it about 10 seconds. Get about 10 seconds, Troll. Start counting. 10 seconds from now. Summer, I'll be right with you. Okay. There you go, Troll. Go check your email. And I'll give you time to counter her opinion. Let me go see what Summer said. Okay, give me 1 second. What'd you say, 2 calls? When I got in Florida, she's not going to. Oh, okay. 2 Crows. My email is in my About Me section. Let me go get it real quick, and I'll drop it in the chat for you. Give me 1 second. Okay, here are 2 crows. There's my email for you. Why are her cheeks so red? Is she Yeah, she probably got it from this little smiley neon sign in the background now. Hey, Shifty. It's so good to see you, sweetheart. Oh, sweetie, I missed you. I haven't seen you around in a while. My email's right here, 2 old crows. Right in the chat for you, baby. Okay. All right, troll. I'll play slow. I put it back, so counter
Personally,
here you go.
and this is me and my
This is her opinion, guys.
opinion, I still personally do not believe that he walked off. I don't believe that.
Okay.
And because I do not believe, in my opinion, that he walked off, I can't sit here and say that I believe that somebody came up and got him, because in my opinion only, and I know others don't believe this, but in my opinion only, and even by Chris's words, if a camera or something is going to get him coming out, and in my opinion, to go as far as to say nobody got him anywhere within that neighborhood or any of that area that we know of, unless the LE has something closer to their vest, they're not telling nobody, then it's the same thing. How could somebody come up to the house and not be on camera and get him and take him out? To me, that it's just impossible. But I could be wrong. That's just my thoughts and my opinion.
All right. What happened? Am I lagging? What, Summer? All right. What's with the circles, Summer? Okay. So, troll, what's your opinion? Well, don't confuse me like that, Summer. Stop trolling me. You've been hanging out with the trolls too long. You need to stop trolling. That was 8. Okay, Jill Crow. So that was 8. Okay. That was Troll's opinion right there. That was 8.
It is confirmed, Sally, that he made it back home from Texas Roadhouse. It's confirmed that.
Now, mind you, this is not our Sally that is in our chat, okay? That is not our Sally. This is a Sally J that's in Smiley's chat. Not our Sally, okay? Let that be on the record. All right? It's not, this is our Sally Mae here, okay? This is our Sally. The Sally Smiley's talking about is a Sally J. Okay? See? Even she says nope.
There was a video, it's so grainy, that he took out the trash and went back in the house. There's some that think it's possible that that was Katie walking and acting like him, but
I never heard that before. I haven't heard anybody say that might have been Katie acting like him. The fuck did that come from? The hell is wrong? What? Hey, turn that smiley neon thing off, because I think that's frying the remaining what's left of your brain cells, Smiley. Please do. Shut it off.
anything's possible.
There she goes. She says anything's possible. Sure, anything's possible, Smiley. But you'd be the first one saying it, because I haven't heard anyone else say it.
But if the only other scenario is if that was not him and that was her by some chance setting that up. I'm just saying, if hypothetically, which I think it was Sebastian, but if hypothetically it was not, then
Was it him or wasn't it, Smiley? Get to the point. Get to the point, because I'm getting bored here. I'm getting bored. Because I'm about ready to start clowning you again. And you don't want me to clown you. Because I'm clearly not in the mood today. I'm in a piss foul mood today.
you know, she would have had to drop him off with somebody he knows before he got back home. And he's somewhere out there. But where is the $1 million question? And yes, Seth, you are right. I am too, Bear. Seth could not verify if it was Sebastian 100% because.
Hold up. See, Seth had already said that was a trash truck in the video. He did say that. He did say that.
He said that it was too grainy. So he couldn't verify it 100%, that him taking the trash out. The only thing, the last proof of life that was verified 100% that was him was at Texas Roadhouse. However, and this is, you know.
She put her hands up, guys. She put her hands up. Betty, that's what you're going to be doing, girl, when you go to jail. You're going to be putting your hands up, girl. Betty going to jail, y'all. Sorry, it's going to make me feel better if I say that Betty's going to jail. It's going to make me feel better.
It's not Bible, but it was said early on before Seth even saw the Texas Roadhouse. It was said early on when I first started covering this case.
What?
And it was said early on that there was a neighbor or somebody on that street.
Spit it the fuck out already, Smiley. For fuck's sake. Spit it out.
That when Katie drove, was driving back home, that there was a camera, a neighbor had a camera that captured Sebastian in the car with Katie coming home and pulling in the garage. Ellie should have that. I don't know.
I know Smiley don't live on the planet Earth. She's got to live somewhere else because, I've heard that story, okay? That a Ring doorbell camera captured Katie's car coming home and Sebastian being in the back. I've heard that story before. See, she's pulling out old shit. Why? Because there's nothing new. That's what all of these people are pulling out, is all regurgitated bullshit. That's all they're doing. That's it. And for what? Because they're bored? Or are they just making up new stories? Throwing shit at the wall to see what sticks. If you see the background of Smiley's video, you'll see a bunch of shit stains. That just literally just look like they, slid off the wall. Well, that should tell you how many times she's throwing shit at the wall to see if it sticks. It doesn't stick there. Just saying.
I don't know. We covered that in the beginning, though. And it's very possible, Christine, he maybe he didn't. It's very possible. But he didn't walk out. Oh, you're absolutely correct. He didn't walk out of that house.
You sure about that? You got one bitch out there claims that Chris got him with a pressure washer. That was already proven to be bullshit. Even Duchess will tell you that was bullshit. Dutchie, you still in the chat? Where'd Dutchie go? Dutchie, when you were up here before, you said you got swiped with the pressure washer in the foot, right? Was that you or somebody else? Now, you got a dumb bitch over there, Crime Lines and Lies, who ran with the pressure washer. Do you know how badly those things hurt? I actually looked up a video. Y'all should go look at a video and see how much those things hurt. You can just judge by the way the person, just by the look on their face, possibly by the way the person screams, and see what kind of marks they leave. I mean, that dumb bitch, she already ran with that shit. She sure did. And the whole mattress thing, yeah, she ran with that shit too. I mean, hell, she had Ernie show up on her panel. That's where that bitch lost every single bit of credibility. I mean, she really didn't have credibility at all. And she likes to say the R word. That thing slips right off her tongue. And I don't mean that R word. I mean the other one. Yeah. With her saying that word and the way it slides right off her tongue, that tells me she says that word all the time. See, this is the thing with these people. They bounce off each other. They listen to each other's streams and they just repeat each other's words, but they put their own spin on it. They add their own words into it. Do you guys see it? Because I do. I do. So you got Brittany J, who is a fan of Crime Lines and Lies. It's like a mentor, I guess. She bounces off of her, uses some of her words, but puts her own words in it, bounces right off of her. Justin. Brittany J listens to Justin, uses some of his words, but puts some of her words in as well, and puts it out there in the universe. That's how they do their research on each other. That's how they do their research. They just bounce it off each other. They don't actually put their fingers to the keyboard and start looking shit up. That's not their research. That's why they lack in true crime.
I bet you anything he didn't walk out of that house.
Oh, you want to bet? Oh, girl. I love bets. Girl, I haven't lost a bet since I've been on this platform. Shit. I have a little stash over here where I've made bets and my money's still here. You know how many bets I've made and nobody's been able to win? You want to make that bet, Smiley? I don't think you do. Because I'll end up winning anyway. Let me know, Smiley.
Yeah, they surely they have the dash cam. Surely to goodness. It is, and it's getting worse. Hey, Diane, how are you, honey? Good to see you. Good to see you.
Okay. See, here's where this is where Smiley and the rest of them fail. Every single piece of camera that is attached to those houses. Now, these are some nice looking houses, okay? Now, I don't know if any of these houses come with doorbell cameras. I don't know. Or they just have them installed. But I can guarantee you that law enforcement has been to every single fucking house on that block and asked everybody if they can have their video from that night into the early morning so they can review it. I bet you. How much do you want to bet? Smiley, you want to bet? You want to bet? You want to take that bet? Because I guarantee you I will walk out the winner. See, this is where you guys fail in the whole research department. Law enforcement is going to have every single camera that is on that block They're going to ask for it, considering the fact that it's a missing child's case in their neighborhood. So the neighbors are going to do everything that they can to help. I mean, hell, I would help if I was in that neighborhood. If I was living on that block and the police showed up at my door and asked if they can have my camera, or at least the footage from that night all the way into the wee hours of the morning, I'm going to give it to them. You bet your ass I am. If it's going to help, hell yeah. I'm not going to refuse it.
That could be for sure so many different stories. Yeah. Because, you know, it's just all wild.
Thank you, Shelby. I appreciate that.
You know, I honestly do. There's a lot of times in my interview, and every time that I hear it, there's a lot of people that play it, but every time that I hear it, even going back or listening to somebody else or just little clips of it, because that night I wasn't prepared. I had no idea. That was off the top of my head, every question that I asked.
Oh, you talking about your interview, Smiley? You talking about your interview? Okay. Talk about your interview, Smiley. Because remember, you put your interview in that category. Remember that?
It was just surprise. Let's go. That it was not easy. And I tried to remember. I tried to think to cover everything. I mean, it was just, what would you do? What would you? I mean, it's just.
So you interview both the Proudfoots, and then later go on and talk shit. You make every snarky remark about them. You attack them at every turn. You make fun of Katie because she's getting a protection order against Bullhorn Betty. And you still mock the family. See, usually when people do interviews with families, they don't later go on to attack them. Smiley. A true child advocate doesn't do that. That's how I know that you motherfuckers on this platform that interview actual parents of a missing child are not true advocates. You claim to be, but you're not. There are advocates out there that advocate for families that don't turn around and attack them on the outside. They don't go up on their platforms and attack the families, make fun of them, poke at them. They don't do that. They're not doing it for profit. But you guys are. So are you. Just you. Like Bullhorn. Like Dolly. Like Jaundice. Like Brittany J. Right? Like Lolly and Annabella. You got Annabella's funky ass, and I know that bitch has heard me plenty of times because I know she's been around my channel. I can almost guarantee it. When she asked Katie Proudfoot how her Mother's Day was and who was in her chat that day. Well, not just her chat, but in Lolly's chat. Oh, that would be you, Smiley. And you were eating it up, weren't you? But you are a child advocate. You advocate for families. Get the hell out of here.
Tried to think. But I don't know. It's all just so wild. And no, not that I know of. He stayed by himself before, like after school and stuff. Okay, he got home is from what we all understand. Yes, that part. But I learn something new every time I hear that. So, you know, hear him. And I think he was home. He always says in different parts, like, we would have heard, we this or we that, or, you know, what does he mean? We. we wasn't there. Like, you was not supposed to be there, Chris. You were supposed to be in Memphis. And how does he know every little detail? It is mind-boggling, Marley, because, and then, you know, I couldn't even remember all the details if somebody told me, even if I lived in the same house with somebody and this traumatic experience was going on, and you're supposed to, you know, love and care.
You know what, Smiley, why don't you unpin that comment? Because all the information that you're putting up on your platform, everything that you're spitting out of your mouth right now, you don't need to pin that. Because remember, your words, the truth is the truth, right? Everything that you say is the truth, right, Smiley? It's the truth, right? You spew nothing but the truth, right? So why don't you unpin that comment? Unpin that. Because what I speak is the truth, not you. What I advocate is for the family, the victims, that everybody on this platform, and that means the tragedy pimps, who attack these families that don't care about the missing. They ain't about the missing. They'll never be about the missing. That includes you, Smiley. You'll never be about them. You're just about the dollar signs. That's all you are about. And the rest of you tragedy pimps. That's all you'll ever be. The only true advocate around here is Duchess. She is the true advocate around here for the missing. So, I've had enough of you today. I'm done with her. I'm done with Smiley. I've had enough. Now, as for Jaundice, his little funky ass, let's go take a look at his little thumbnails, shall we? I didn't get all of them, but let's just go check his page, shall we? Even just looking at his thumbnails makes me make me want to gag. Like, literally make me want to gag. Look at these. You see these? All of these. The Bauer socks, Bauer socks, Bauer socks, Bauer socks, Bauer socks. 3 weeks worth. See, he didn't start using these up until 3 weeks ago. At least 4 weeks ago. But this photo here of the Bauer socks, he got from their Facebook. You know how I know? It's because I went and I looked myself. I tapped in to the Facebook that I have that's attached to this YouTube channel. Because I wanted to double check to make sure that the photo that I was looking at before I put out my community post on this, that is where he got that photo of the two of them. What's creepy enough is him putting his own face in the thumbnail. Now, he's not the only one that puts his own face in the thumbnails. That's just fucking gross. That's just disgusting. I'm not sorry for saying it. I mean, Bullhorn does the same thing. Even Dolly has done that a couple of times to his own thumbnails. I mean, hell, I still have the same I got the thumbnails that Dolly deleted. Over the 3 million views that Dolly deleted, I still got them. Right here. Here. Right here. Right here. Those are all his thumbnails. And those are the thumbnails that he deleted 3 million views from. So, yeah. Anywho, I am going to sign off of here. I'm going to go get something to eat. All right, Two Crows, and then I'll take a look at it, okay? Because I will be going live tomorrow. So I will talk to you in my emails, okay, Two Crows? So I'll be going live tomorrow because I have another bitch I'm going to drag. I sure the fuck do. And Summer, I think you know who I'm talking about. Mess with my girls, and you get me. Nobody messes with my girls. But you drag me down in the middle of your fuck shit, then we have a bigger problem. Don't put me in the middle of your issues with other people unless I was part of those problems. You have issues with those people, you take care of those issues. But don't put me in the middle of it thinking I was there the entire time, that I know everything when I don't. Just because I was on a panel 2 months ago, that doesn't mean I know everything. That doesn't mean I was there for your fucking issues. But I am part of that group. And I love that group of people. I adore them. And I'm right where I belong. And you know what? Stay your happy asses over at Smiley's. Okay? Don't think for 1 second I don't know how both y'all move. Trust and believe I see you. I do. I see you. I see both of you. That's it. We're done. Oh, Aunt Kathy story time. I can't. You guys are going to be surprised though. I'll promise, because I'm going to be dragging a bitch. I sure the fuck am. Let's just say the bitch I'm going to drag is worse than, let's just say worse than Mother's Day. Worse than that Mother's Day stream I did. It is. And I'll leave it right there. But thank you guys for being here. I truly, truly appreciate it. And if you guys are not subbed up to Troll, Investigates, and Shelby Rain, y'all need to go get subbed up to them. Because Troll is been putting out some great videos. He has. And Shelby, I'm hoping Shelby will go live tonight because, or sometime today, because I really need a place to decompress. And I love Shelby. Okay, I do. I love her chat. I love listening to her. She actually calms my nerves. So, and she's also a great teacher when it comes to the actual information in the Constitution, something that Betty lacks. Anyway, so go sub up to the both of them, please. There you go. Thank you, Summer. I appreciate you guys. I will talk to you guys later. I will see you guys tomorrow, probably in the morning. So right now, I'm going to go get something to eat, and then I got some recording to do. Love you guys. And I will see you guys on these YouTube streets. And you guys stay out of trouble.
Hey, y'all. News flash. These two right here, that one, where she go? And that one. That right there's double trouble. Y'all double trouble. We about daggone creative monsters with them two. Earth, please don't choose violence today. It's too early. It's too early. Don't choose violence.
Welcome to the Thunderdome, bitch.